Hello and welcome to Beyond Serenity. As Divine Feminines, this awakening journey is likely the most confusing experience we will ever encounter in this lifetime, leaving us in a state of bewilderment, trying to process what is happening and why we're going through all these strange and upsetting occurrences. In the initial stages of the journey, it can be hard to grasp. However, what is happening is far beyond any other physical person or situation, and it's actually a journey of self. This is your soul's awakening on the deepest of levels, and this experience is far beyond any previous awakenings you may have gone through in the past. One of the main purposes of this journey is for you to completely transform into a whole new version of yourself and shift into a brand new life where you're fully living out your soul's purpose. This is a massive transformation which will span all areas of your life. It is not a quick overnight process, as the expansiveness of this shift takes time for the unfoldment. At the start of this journey, your divine masculine came in as your catalyst to activate your ascension and initiate your shift into a completely different vibrational way of being. In the beginning stages, much like watching a movie trailer previewing what is to come later in the story, that profound feeling of bliss and unconditional love you experienced in your divine masculine was a foreshadowing. It was a small glimpse of the beautiful state of consciousness that you are shifting into. On the flip side, the painful triggers you experience with your divine masculine are a reflection and a representation of all the old aspects of yourself that need to be healed and released in order for you to make this shift. Your divine masculine is not separate from you. His or her 3D body is acting as a physical conduit to provide a reflection to you of both where you are and where you are headed. One of the most confusing parts of this reflection is the oscillations between the two states of old self and new self. The bewildering back and forth experiences which seem to ping-pong between the deepest feelings of love and strange, upsetting behaviors, is in essence your energy flip-flopping back and forth between your old, dense vibrational state and the high vibrational way of life you are moving towards. Your old self is represented by all the triggering and upsetting circumstances you're experiencing, and your new self is represented by the brief glimpses of bliss and unconditional love you encounter in various ways on this journey, including that of bubble love phase. Like reading a very thick novel, there are many pages to this story, with many plot twists and unexpected turns as you make this journey. The magic lies in the unfoldment, and it's not a process that can or is meant to be rushed. Every single experience you're going through is an integral part of your journey. It will all make sense in the end, but only after you've read the entire story from start to finish. This is not an easy road, and the story will not be all rainbows and butterflies. There will be what can feel like never-ending periods of immense pain and despair, brought about by the rising of all your most deeply held core wounds of abandonment, betrayal, and lack. You'll be faced with all your deepest fears and shadow aspects that are buried far down within yourself. Many parts of this journey are relentless, and you'll be pushed to the brink of your breaking point and what can feel like cruel punishments from the universe thrown at you over and over. There will be times where you're in an utter state of bewilderment and despair, desperately pleading for the excruciating emotions to end, wondering what you did to deserve this pain. Residing in a state of victimhood or blame over why these upsetting occurrences are happening to you will only serve to perpetuate your pain and frustration. As hard as it is in the moment, every single occurrence is happening for you as an essential part of your ascension process. Surrendering to the unfoldment rather than becoming frustrated, angry, or sitting in victimhood and blame is one of the biggest keys to progressing on this journey. You cannot control the outcomes, but your responses and conscious choices do have an influence on how peacefully or painfully you move through your experiences. What keeps many divine feminines stuck and looping in pain is continuing to look forwards or backwards, much like flipping back and forth to different pages of the novel. This creates states of anxiety, depression, and confusion as you read the pages out of order. Continuing to reread earlier parts of the story and reliving past pains and traumas keeps you in a state of depression. And trying to jump ahead to find out the ending perpetuates your anxiety. As long as you're trying to predict or force the ending, you'll be preventing yourself from experiencing the magic of the journey, which occurs through your growth and transformation as you move through the story. One of the biggest realizations you'll have as you progress is that you cannot predict any outcomes, and you'll be thrown surprise after surprise, all leading you down a very confusing and often painful road. There will be times where the path appears to be leading you further away from the life you desire. However, there is no moving backwards on this journey, even though the reason things are unfolding as they are is often a mystery in the moment. Absolutely every single uncomfortable emotion that arises in you has a purpose and is serving your ascension and growth. It's not always necessary to know the why something is happening the way it is. When you simply set the intention to be shown what this emotion and experience is here to teach you, whatever is needed for your growth will be revealed to you in perfect timing. Your role as a divine feminine is to shift your focus fully onto the present moment and embrace each part of the story as it unfolds. This is not a quick process, and focusing on time is often a very big cause of frustration and fear in divine feminines. This journey is your soul's ascension, and the changes and shifts that need to occur simply cannot happen in a period of just a few weeks or months. The more you focus on time, the more you'll actually block and slow the expression of the desired changes in your 3D world. This transformation is massive, occurring on all levels, and its expression in the 3D physical world simply cannot be rushed. This is not an easy road, but you would not be on this journey if you did not have the strength within you to make the shifts that are being invited of you. Despite all the pain and heartbreak, this transformation is the most magical gift you'll ever receive, and there will be a day where you look back with amazement and gratitude for all that has unfolded. Until next time, with unconditional love.